Welcome to Veggie 360. My name is Linda. In today's video, we're going to do a taste test on some dwarf tomatoes. Now, back at the end of May, I had done a video on 8 different varieties of dwarf tomatoes. I've included a link to that video in the description below, so check it out. The focus of my channel is gardening in small spaces, so when I found out about these dwarf tomatoes, I was so excited. Compact growth habit, full-size fruits on plants that only grow 3 to 4 feet tall. They produce the whole season, unlike the determinates, which in my garden are done, and less maintenance because you don't have to sucker them like the indeterminates. So it's a great category of tomatoes, perfect for containers, perfect for those taller raised beds. I'd encourage you to try some yourself. So in today's session, we're going to taste Mocha's cherry, Mocha's plum, Tanager, and sweet scarlet. The first variety, Dwarf Mocha's cherry. It is a cherry, but some of them, look how big this one is. This, I would say, is more typical of what I harvested this year toward the end of the season. As the plant started petering out, the size did get a little bit smaller. But bottom line, large cherry. The color is red with a purple top. This one almost looks black. Those that were in the direct sun tend to be darker. This one was more shaded. These tomatoes were bred to be higher in anthocyanins, and that purple coloration that you see here, that's typical of high antho tomatoes. So let's cut it and see what it looks like inside. You can see all the juice in here with the seeds evenly distributed. Now let's taste it. Wow. That's pretty intense. A very complex flavor. The sweet-sour balance skews a little bit more toward a low sweet, slightly more sour, which is, I would say, pretty typical for high anthocyanin tomatoes. The texture is very juicy. It's nicely firm with noticeable skin. Definitely a nice tomato. Now the next one is Dwarf Mocha's plum. Another red tomato with a purple top, almost black. It's a smaller plum tomato though compared to some of the other like aroma tomato. Ooh, nice. Very juicy. Fewer seeds than the Mocha's cherry. Let's give it a taste. Look how juicy this one is. Oh my goodness. Wow. Amazing. This one, the flavor is not quite as intense as the cherry. It's kind of a low flavor intensity, almost bland. Very, very low sweet. But it's juicy, moderately firm, with noticeable skin. Again, this would be a good crack-resistant variety. Okay, let's taste sweet scarlet dwarf. The fruit is supposed to be 6 to 16 ounces. This particular one is on the smaller size. It ripens to a scarlet red. Look how intense red this is. Beautiful, beautiful color. Oh my goodness, look at the inside. Smaller seed cavities. Looks very, very meaty. This would be great on a sandwich. Although it looks like it's going to have noticeable skin. So let's taste it. Oh, wow. Very intense flavor. I'm loving this one. The sweet sour balance, it's definitely sweet, but it's also high sour. It's a perfect balance in my opinion. You know, people are going to vary on their preferences for sweet versus sour. For me, this is amazing. Nice intense flavor, good sweet sour balance, very complex. And it's very juicy, very meaty in texture. It's firm. The skin is a little bit too noticeable though. It would be good if you're canning tomatoes. It'd be easy to peel, very, very easy to peel. But definitely one that I'm going to be planting next year. Now this one's Tanager. You can see the cracking on it, but this is supposed to be a medium-sized to larger tomato. It was developed to be higher in lycopene. Beautiful, beautiful orange color. Let's cut it open and see what it tastes like. Oh, I probably should cut it this way so you can see the cross section. Oh, wow. Check it out. Very few seeds. Small seed pockets. This is definitely going to be meaty. Let's taste it. I'm making a mess here. This puppy is so juicy. I think I have found my favorite one. This one is very intense. Very sweet. But then it finishes sour. At the very beginning, it's initially very sweet, but then toward the end, it becomes more sour. But that definitely makes it more interesting. Extremely juicy. The texture is a little bit softer though than some of the others, and the skin is definitely noticeable. But again, it makes it easier to peel whenever you get thick skin like this. But oh, this is amazing. The inside not having very many seeds. Of course, it's got a thick core, and the fact that it had split. But impressive, very impressive variety. I'll do this one. I'll do this one again next year too. If you'd like to learn more about growing dwarf tomatoes, I'd encourage you to read Craig LaHoulier's book called Epic Tomatoes. I've included a link to that book in the description below. I've also included a link to the website for Victory Seeds, which is where I ordered my seeds from for these dwarf tomatoes. They've got a great selection of dwarf tomatoes. Please join me on the next video where I will be taste testing for more varieties. If you learned something from today's video, please hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.